Hello, good evening. My name is Leticia Ferrer Rivera, and I am a student at Center of Excellence. I have already finished or completed the course for Advanced Crystal Healing. I am right now in the process of completing the Angel Therapy course, the Tantra, and also I am preparing to becoming a meditation teacher and I am taking a dowsing course. And I would like to apply for receiving either one or all the three following rewards that I am going to be describing in this video. First, I am located in Rochester, New York, and I have an online store, an online metaphysical shop, and I am applying. I am sending this video because I am applying for the first time for the Inspiration Award. The Inspiration Award, I would like to be the receiver of it because this last year, since 2019, um, my husband went through a very hard and long cancer treatment, including surgery and a very long recovery that took months and months for him to be where he is right now. And I am very happy that he has completely recovered and there are not even traces of any signs of cancer anymore. There is no metastasis and nothing that they have found at this point yet. It has been already 1 year since the surgery, so we are going in the right track with that. And the reason why I celebrate that is because I did perform 3 sessions of crystal healing before he started his chemotherapy and radiation for the first time. I did them before treatment because that is the way that usually is recommended with the crystal healing. I wouldn't like to interfere with the actual treatment. So I did place him on my yoga mat because back then I didn't have my massage table, and I performed in there during 3 different weekends on a row, back to back, 3 different Sundays. And I did them in the morning. I put him on the mat and I apply um, specific crystals for the type of cancer that he had, which was esophageal cancer. So I use the epidote for that matter. I also use for cleansing the sickness out of his body a chloride quartz. I also used the crystals for the regular crystals for the chakras, to balance the body and cleanse the aura. And so I did perform, some removal and some cleansing, and I also apply energy healing to him while I did the crystal healing on him for 3 consecutive times. There was a big difference and comparison between him and other patients because he was one of the very few people that can say he was working throughout treatment. He is a professional DJ besides having a regular daytime job, and he actually worked in weddings. He did all weddings through the treatment, including the last wedding. He was almost dehydrated and he still make it because I was always packing a lunch box with aloe drinks and water for him to be very hydrated during the weddings, because we knew that the radiation will cause him to feel dry and sore inside because it was esophageal cancer. So I did buy a lot of aloe drinks for him and water. So we went through all that hard moment, but I was still attending my business. I was still doing my daytime job, and I was still being a wife and care person for him. I was still a mother for my daughter, and I was still having time with our cats. Boots and Herkimer. So that took more than a year. Sometimes we're still going to appointments and we're still recovering physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually from all this because it affects all phases of your life and all areas. But I am very happy that if the crystal healing was something that was a big contribution for him not to have the side effects that everybody else has, or a minimum, because he did have side effects but it was a minimum, and right now not even traces of metastasis or anything. Right now he's completely clean a year after surgery in all the studies that they still doing and keeping an eye on him. I think that is, to me, some kind of inspiration, and that's why I wanted to apply for the inspiration award. My next award that I want to apply for is the Achievement Award, and I am going to be talking about these two things that I have created. We went through this COVID-19 through 2020. This pandemic season has been really hard for everyone around the globe, and we spent the last part of the recovery process from my husband cancer here, and that's when the COVID started. And also that's when I actually bought the massage table to be able to do physically crystal healing to other clients. And when I just bought it 2 weeks after the COVID-19 started, so I was just able to do one client before that. But during that time that I was not in my daytime job and I was not doing too much, I took the time to design and create things that never exist in the market before. And to me, it's a huge achievement that I am about to publish beginning 2021. Let me start with this one, Secrets of Paradise Tarot. And this is a tarot deck that has illustrations from the Caribbean and Hispanic countries. So this is the first time in the history of the tarot that there are going to be illustrations showing Taino gods and goddesses, which are, from the indigenous cultures from the Caribbean. I am very inclusive in the cards because I am adding uh, some different types of religions in the deck as well. These are some of the cards. The deck is not totally completed yet. My illustrator Laura in Uruguay, she's still working on it. This is one example of the of a illustration that is more in the Latin side, right, or the Hispanic side. This is a couple dancing tango in Uruguay, and they are the card of temptations. And temptations, it is actually substituting the devil card in Secrets of Paradise Tarot, because it's all about temptations at the end of the day. These are some of the models that we are using for the back of the cards. If you look, it has pearls and shells, and that kind of resemble the ocean in the Caribbean. This is over here our Queen of Pentacles, and I have many other cards that I would love to show you, but this is another one that changes a little bit. Is instead of the magician, we are calling it in Spanish, we're saying la bruja, and this is an illustration that takes place in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. So we are doing a lot of special things with this tarot deck, and it is the first time again that gods and goddesses from the Caribbean, indigenous people are exposed in a tarot deck. This is another image from the death card, and instead of the traditional sheep with the skull and all that, we have a different approach with the death card. And also I am going to look for another of the deities and or one of the goddesses that I have from the Taino culture in the card is Guamansex, and she's the goddess of the hurricanes. So that's the tower right there, and instead of a broken tower, we have the whole piece together, but it's still getting beaten by the hurricane, but it's still standing still. So it's a different approach for the tower, most likely, but that's the goddess Woman 6, and that belongs to the Taino culture. That's one of the examples that I wanted to show you. And also we have this other goddess right here, Atabe, and that's substituting the Empress card. And I don't want to miss Jemaja in the star card. So we are mixing different Caribbean religious and spiritual paths, so everyone can feel inclusive, including the Virgin Mary in another one of the cards. We have the Ace of Cups. We are showing the Virgin Mary there, and I'm looking for the card right now because I want to show you how beautiful the Ace of Cups is. This is our Ace of Cups, and it has the Virgin Mary right there watching over the map from Puerto Rico, and that's our Ace of Cups. So I just wanted to be innovative and a pioneer in creating something that did not exist before, and I'm still using symbolism from the Rider-Waite or the Waite Coleman Smith Tarot in a lot of the cards, but also I am creating new symbolism for the approach that is from the Caribbean and Latin American countries, so that culture is there as well, because they do practice magic in a little bit different way. They do practice spirituality and religion in a little different way than what you are used to from the other countries like Scotland or England, you know, or the Kabbalah, for example. I do have Kabbalah in our High Priestess card. I have here the Tree of Life in the pomegranate trees. There are on her sides, and it's a very similar card to the Rider-Waite, but it's not exactly the same, because instead of having a roll in her hands, she has a Spanish fan. So I am incorporating some of the cultural traditions too in the cards. So that's one of the achievements in 2020. We are about to finish the project so it can be printed beginning 2021, and this is an achievement for 2020. Secrets of Paradise Tarot, and it is the first Hispanic tarot ever in history, with illustrations of historical places and Taínos, gods and goddesses, as well as other typical authentic characteristics from different countries in Latin America and the Caribbean that have never been exposed in a tarot deck before. Now, my next achievement, I want to show you the Archangel's Rosary that I created too. And that's part of my achievements for 2020, because both of these projects, I created them during the COVID-19 enclosure that we were, you know, so distant from everybody else, and we were doing a lot of Zoom videos and all that, and we're still working remotely at this point, but I wanted to take advantage in the moment that I was not working during pandemic and doing something productive. So let me show you this piece of jewelry and explain what it is. This is all made in sterling silver. All the charms are sterling silver. It has the archangels. I'm going to remove it from the stand. It has the charms right here in order, starting with Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, and Uriel. All the sigils from the four main archangels, followed by a triple moon, the sun, and then I designed a cross made by nails, because all religions usually have something that has to do with nails. The Catholics relate the nails with the crucifix, and in the pagan community, we use nails for other reasons too, but we all are related to nails when it comes to spiritual path and religions for whatever meaning and use that we have. And then right in the middle of the cross, we have a pentacle, because I wanted to have also a piece of jewelry for a lot of people who are actually weekend Catholic, and they feel funny practicing both religions at the same time. So this piece of jewelry can be all Catholic, can be all pagan, can be only for working with the archangels, but also it has crystal healing in it, and that's one of the courses that I took in Center of Excellence, because if you notice, it's all natural crystals, it's moonstone, and I also have it available in black obsidian and white quartz. And I am going to be having this piece available in amethyst in the future, but for now it's those three types of crystals, especially moonstone and black obsidian, that can be used for different purposes. If you want more protection, you will go with the obsidian one, and if you want to connect with the moon or the goddess, or if you want to do other types of healing that the moonstone crystal can help with, then you can wear the one with the moonstone. And then you have the connection with the archangels, the god, the triple goddess, the sun god, and then finish with something super protective and spiritual, with because it's combining two highly protective symbols, and actually they are also symbols of peace, like the cross and the pentacle. It's also very protective and connecting with the elements and with the spirit, and the earth. So I think it was a great idea to design a piece of jewelry like this, and this is another of my achievements for 2020. I call it the pagan rosary, but if you want to call it the archangel's rosary or the archangel's necklace, I am okay with that too. I don't mind people calling it in different ways, as long as, whoops, sorry about that, as long as they like the piece and they feel comfortable wearing it. To me, that's what is the most important part. All right, so I am going to just put this right here before it keeps falling. I apologize for that. So the next award that I want to talk about, that I want to apply for, is the Outstanding Therapist. And the rosary right here is part of that achievement, for me to be an outstanding crystal healer, I should say, because I am designing not only this high-end piece, but I am also making handmade jewelry like the one that I am wearing. This is an ametrine, and I have other pieces of jewelry in my website, in my shop online, that I created specifically with a healing purpose or an intention. So people can wear it for protection, people can wear it for healing a certain illness, healing a certain emotion, connecting with spirit, connecting with the divine, or connecting with the archangels. So all the jewelry that I handmade in my shop, it has a self-healing intention in it, and I can usually cleanse it before I pack it and ship it to the customers. I also offer local pickup where I live, and a lot of people prefer that. They come to my place and they pick up their pieces of jewelry or the crystals that I also sell. I have tons of hand selected crystals in my shop. I have learned so much about crystals, not only outside and with my experience, but the course that I took in Center of Excellence has also helped me a long way by adding a lot more information that I did not know about crystals when I took the course. For me was wow, fascinating, and it's one of my favorite courses that I would recommend anyone to take from Center of Excellence as well. So also as an outstanding therapist, I want to include what I mentioned before, the three different treatments that I did for my husband when he was before he went into the cancer treatment itself. I have customers who have done crystal healing, long distance crystal healing with me, because I do incorporate crystal healing in my tarot readings. And the clients love it because I can always give them a tip on how to use a certain crystal for a certain intention. I read crystals, and that also helps to send some energy long distance to the customers. So I incorporate crystal healing in everything I do. I also prepare custom made therapy bags with the crystals inside. Let me show you one of the models that I have here. Um, so I do have these little comfort bags, and I have them in different materials. This is just one of many examples that I prepare. This one is made of deer leather, and it has different crystals and stone inside for the specific, balance and purpose. This one is made for receiving 2021, and I burned the year 2021 in the Palo Santo stick, and I put symbols in it for prosperity, money, love, and protection, for receiving the 2020 on the right side and with the right foot, right? Because 2020 has surprised us, so 2021 we want to receive it the right way. Sorry if I mixed the years during the conversation. So let me show you the crystals that I have in here, and this has been a way of taking care of the customers who has to, for now, receive crystal healing, long distance crystal healing, because of the pandemic. We sometimes are not allowed to go physically into the place that I finally found a place to do my therapy there, but because again of the pandemic, we had to have it on hold for doing physical crystal healing. So I create all these products in order for them to buy them and enjoy the benefits of the crystal healing. So this one has raw tourmaline. This one is lepidolite. I have labradorite, rose quartz. There is a point of black amethyst there, and there are two little chunks of pyrite, and I am even adding a little wishing star. I call it the wishing star because that is how it looks like for star anise. And it brings some great aroma to the therapy bags. So that's another way that I am applying some of the knowledge that I got from the crystal healing course, and also being innovative and creative in my own way too, because to me that also counts, to learn from Center of Excellence, but also to apply my own experience and knowledge that I have from the daily life, right? From my experience of holding these crystals and working with them and receiving the benefits and getting to know them, each of the stones and each of the crystals. So this has made me a way better crystal healer too. So again, this is just one of many examples that I use crystal healing in my metaphysical shop. And so to me, and making my customers happy, that you can read the reviews on my website, dancingcrownspsychic.com, it's what fulfilled me the most. It's not always about the money, but to help others to achieve healing, achieve their goals. Not always using a spell is the right way to get the energy and intention that you're looking for, but usually using crystals, which is a gift from Mother Earth, will help us achieve that healing or that intention that we're trying to find as well. All right, so those are the three awards that I would love to apply for. I already mentioned all the courses that I am taking and that I have already finished, and that I will be finishing some of them very soon. So this video will be a little bit outdated in that matter when you see it, because I will be finishing some of the courses that I mentioned very soon, hopefully. So thank you again for the opportunity to apply for the 3 different awards, which are the Outstanding Therapy, which is the last one I explained. The second one was the Achievement Award, and the first one I mentioned is the Inspiration Award. My name is Leticia Ferrer Rivera, and I am a student of Center of Excellence, and I am very thankful for everything I have learned and looking forward to keep learning. Thank you again. Happy holidays, happy Yule. And I hope that 2021 comes with a lot of blessings to you all. And I am really looking forward to receive at least one of those 3, if not all 3 of the awards. Blessed to be. See you soon. Bye.